Sai Ram, everyone. Good to see so many of you. I'm going to start from the beginning. Just excuse me because I've got a bit of sore throat. My journey started in 2000 when I went to Puttaparthi with my 2 children and my friend and her 2 children. We went on our own without the group. So when you go there, obviously you have to queue up separately. You have to sit for hours, wait in the queue. When you go into cycle one hole, you're sitting with all those people who like to sit so close to you, don't they? I know most of you have experienced that. So that time, it kind of, I came back and didn't think much about it. Didn't think that I would go back again. Until 2002, when I went for Shivratri with Ajit Bhai's group. And that only happened because a few months prior to that, one of the devotees who I met in the school car park said to me, there's a trip going, there's a pilgrimage going to Puttaparthi, Shivratri. You know, it's an opportunity. Do you want to go? And I was like, I'm not too sure because I get pins and needles, I get cramp in my foot, I cannot sit for that long. So he goes, think about it. You don't get opportunities like this over and over again. I said, okay, I'll think about it. Next day, I met this brother again in the car park. The same conversation again. And I was like, no, seriously, I cannot sit on the floor. He goes, why are you worried? Just say yes and leave it to Swami. And I was thinking, it's okay for him to say because I've got 3 children. I was looking after my nephew as well. All these things were going in my head. And I said, okay, I'll think about it because I've got so much stuff to sort out. And I thought, okay, maybe, I won't see him again. The 3rd day, the same thing happens. He met me in the car park again when I go pick up my children. And I'm thinking, he's not going to let me go of this. So I said, okay, I'll go. That was it. I said, okay, I'll go. And then he put my name down. He goes, okay, I'll forward your name. Excellent, great. And I stood there, I'm thinking, did I just say yes? And I was like, oh my God, these thoughts were going in my head. What am I going to do? I've got to arrange a taxi for my nephew to go to and from the school, the food for the children while I'm away, and all that stuff was going in my head. But at the same time, I remembered what he said. Take 1 step and Swami will take 100 steps towards you. You just say yes and leave it in Swami's hand. That's kept on going in my head. And you know what? Everything fell in place. I managed to find a reliable taxi driver. Everything was fine. Came to meetings like this, the bhajan practice, everything smoothly. Then went into Puttaparthi. Our coach entered the gate. On the left-hand side, you see Kulwant Hall. As soon as I saw the hall, I was like, oh my God, Swami. How am I going to sit on the floor? Because I get pins and needles and cramps. That was the first thing that went in my head. And then I thought about what the brother said. Don't worry, leave it in Swami's hands. For the time we were there, about 9 to 11 days, not once I had pins and needles. Not once I had cramp in my foot. And who's doing is that? Swami. I only took 1 step forward and said yes. Swami made sure I was comfortable. Since then, my faith grew in Swami more and more and started taking part in things and stuff like that. And since then, I've been on to many pilgrimages. I've never been on my own. I've always been with a group now because there are a lot of benefits going as a group. You get a special area where you can sit. You enter the Kulwant Hall from the different gate, so you don't have to queue up for that long either. You get space to sit around. You're not like all confined, like in a small space. The coordinators arranges so many things for us, like it's mentioned before. So in 2023 when we went, we had guest speakers who was arranged for us, and it was the late Professor Anil Kumar. He's still full of energy. We had 3 brothers who does the bhajan singing. They were there. There was opportunities for people to take part in bhajans, vedams, service activities. We also managed to go and see the auditorium, which was beautiful. If you go on your own, you don't get a chance to do all this. I always found that going as a group, I found it more beneficial, that you manage to get to know your fellow sisters, your fellow brothers, and you manage to build that bond between, it's like a big Sai family, isn't it? That's why I always found that it's so nice to go as a big family. So discipline is very important. I was going to say this on it, but it's already been mentioned. But discipline is definitely important. When we walk into the Sai Kulwant Hall, we make sure that we're walking in one line. When we're seated in Sai Kulwant Hall, we make sure we're all united. What's happened previously is that people come in 10, 15 minutes later while everybody has seated down, and that doesn't look quite good on our part. You know, people look at us as, oh, they are UK group. So, you know, just sort of bear those sort of few things in mind as well. So if you haven't been in a group, and if you're thinking, if you still haven't thought about and you're thinking about it, don't think too much. Just say yes and leave it to Swami. Believe me, it will all work out nicely. As Brother says, there's always ups and downs, but it's the way it is. Our focus is to go there, energize ourselves, think positively, take in the positive energy, and focus on Swami. That is our goal. So that's why I like going on a pilgrimage trip, and I've been on many, and hopefully Swami will keep this going. So thank you for all the coordinators, because they work so hard behind the scene. We don't see all that hard work they put in. So it makes our life a bit more easier. So I will also tell you what a day is like in Parthi. So we wake up in the morning, lovely sound of birds and singing, you can hear it. They'll tell us when we have to meet downstairs, or in front of the North Block. Say, for instance, 7 o'clock. If they say we have to meet downstairs at 7 o'clock, please try and be there before that. There'll be team leaders allocated, so we will have a team leader. We look out for that team leader, and then we queue in the line. And then each team leader will then start the line and will make our way to the Kulwant Hall. After the Vedam, Bhajans, the Aarti, we will have an opportunity to walk to the Mahasamadhi and offer ourselves and pray to Swami and kiss the floor, as Brother said. And then we come to our rooms. We will have people sitting out there who we can give our clothes to wash. So again, you don't have to worry about that, because they'll be there every day. You just take the clean washing clothes, and give them the rest to do. After that, I love drinking coconut water. So at least minimum 2 to 3 coconut, definitely. I think it helps the stomach as well. So there's loads of stalls out there as well that you can buy things from. So Swami has really spoiled us. You know, there's a little coffee van as well, and all those things out there. And then we have lunch. After the lunch, there might be something, a talk or something happening. So we will always have to look out what we've been told, where to go, what to do, and stuff like that, because things may change last minute. And then after lunch, they'll tell us, okay, this is the time now we need to meet. So we again assemble downstairs. We make our way to the Sai Kulwant Hall. And then after the event, we come back out again. Then after the dinner, there's always going to be something happening, either a talk or a practice or whatever is happening. So that's a day. And by 9 o'clock, we're all in bed, because Parthi, they don't like people going out and about after that time. So that's like a day, how it is in Parthi. So I'm really looking forward to this, and I hope you all are as well. I know I traveled with a sister today from Coventry, and this is the second time. Last 2023 was the first time as a pilgrimage trip, and she enjoyed it so much that she's coming with us again this year. So it proves that, Swami is there and makes everything wonderful. So I was very glad to hear that from the sister. And I hope that you all experience the same as well. So thank you very much. Thank you.